Mehrdad Khonsari joins me live now from London. So when you look at some of these choices, including the incoming foreign minister being said to have ties to Hezbollah, what do these choices mean in real terms in Iran's interactions in the region and the world at large?
Well, I think first and foremost, what this indicates, this was essentially the final phase of you might say, a plan orchestrated by the deep state and the Iranian supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, to get his group of followers, people more closely to him, to first occupy all the major branches as leaders of all the major branches of government, and now the new Iranian cabinet that is going. You have to bear in mind that four key positions in the present government, which was ratified by the parliament, are hand-picked selections of Ayatollah Khamenei, and they were mentioned as such in the course of the debates. But what this means is that you have, you might say, a very right-wing radical government in charge. They are all ideologically very close to one another, although there are differences amongst them. And that is, the differences stem not from ideology or political, you might say, direction, but competition amongst them. The Iranian foreign minister, as you mentioned, was very closely tied with former Quds commander, the late General Soleimani. He is an Arabist. He knows the Arab countries, the Arab scene quite well. It's quite likely that the nuclear file will no longer be dominated by the foreign ministry and may revert back to the National Security Council. But in essence, you have a new hardline government who will try to be hard against the West, although people don't expect them to really be able to do much in the current atmosphere.
Yeah, this is exactly what so many Iranians expected, I guess, when they voted with their feet in the last round of elections for the lowest turnout in history there.
Yes, absolutely. There are no great expectations, but from the people who are essentially helpless. But the reality is that in the current scenario, where Iran is being internationally in an isolated situation without being able to make any major breakthroughs in terms of the negotiations over the nuclear deal, and even if they do, it would be a minor one, hardly the kind of expectations that they had and they were able to a certain extent fulfill back in 2015. They are faced with enormous economic problems, shortages of water, shortages of electricity. These are technical things. They require investment. They require technology transfer. Those can only be facilitated if Iran has a normal relationship with the West, and if it's able to get people to invest. No professional person in Iran thinks the Raisi government capable of being able to do any of these things in the near future, unless it takes a major turn to guide policy in a completely different direction than what the supreme leader has been leading it. And of course, this is all exacerbated by the failure of this government to be able to deal with the coronavirus that is killing record number of Iranians.
Yeah, so good to talk to you. I wish we had more time. Mehrdad, thank you for that.